is to embargo the South African economy and write off South Africa should tell us exactly what they believe will rise in its place. What foreign power would fill the vacuum if its ties with the West are broken? To be effective, however, our policy must be coordinated with our key Western allies and with the frontline states in Southern Africa. These countries have the greatest concern and potential leverage on the situation in South Africa. I intend to pursue the following steps. Secretary Shultz has already begun intensive consultations with our Western allies, whose roots and presence in South Africa are greater than our own, on ways to encourage internal negotiations. We want the process to begin now, and we want open channels to all the principal parties. The key nations of the West must act in concert, and together we can make the difference. We fully support the current efforts of the British government to revive hopes for negotiations. Foreign Secretary Howe's visits with South Africa's leaders this week will be of particular significance. And second, I urge the leaders of the region to join us in seeking a future South Africa where countries live in peace and cooperation. South Africa is the nation where the Industrial Revolution first came to Africa. Its economy is a mighty engine that could pull Southern Africa into a prosperous future. The other nations of Southern Africa, from Kinshasa to the Cape, are rich in natural resources and human resources. Third, I have directed Secretary Shultz and AID Administrator McPherson to undertake a study of America's assistance role in Southern Africa, to determine what needs to be done and what can be done to expand the trade, private investment, and transport prospects of Southern Africa's landlocked nations. In the past 5 years, we have provided almost $1 billion in assistance to South Africa's neighbors. And this year, we hope to provide an additional $45 million to black South Africans. We're determined to remain involved diplomatically and economically with all the states of Southern Africa that wish constructive relations with the United States. This administration is not only against broad economic sanctions and against apartheid. We are for a new South Africa, a new nation where all that has been built up over generations is not destroyed, a new society where participation in the social, cultural, and political life is open to all peoples, a new South Africa that comes home to the family of free nations where she belongs. To achieve that, we need not a Western withdrawal, but deeper involvement by the Western business community as agents of change and progress and growth. The international business community needs not only to be supported in South Africa, but energized. We'll be at work on that task. If we wish to foster the process of transformation, one of the best vehicles for change is through the involvement of black South Africans in business, job-related activities, and labor unions. But the vision of a better life cannot be realized so long as apartheid endures and instability reigns in South Africa. If the peoples of Southern Africa are to prosper, leaders and peoples of the region of all races will have to elevate their common interests above their ethnic divisions. We and our allies cannot dictate to the government of a sovereign nation, nor should we try. But we can offer to help find a solution that is fair to all the people of South Africa. We can volunteer to stand by and help bring about dialogue between leaders of the various factions and groups that make up the population of South Africa. We can counsel and advise and make it plain to all that we are there as friends of all the people of South Africa. In that tormented land, the window remains open for peaceful change. For how long, we know not. But we in the West, privileged and prosperous and free, must not be the ones to slam it shut. Now is a time for healing. The people of South Africa, of all races, deserve a chance to build a better future. And we must not deny or destroy that chance. Thank you.